What's up, YouTube? It's Aaron Page. I'm back with another video for you guys today. Oh my gosh, bruh. Katt Williams went off on everybody, yo. This is crazy, okay? I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but guess what? I made like a quick highlight reel just in case you didn't watch it. And it has some of the best clips of the things that he was talking about in it. And then it has a couple of things at the end where people are giving him backlash, okay? Let's go ahead and hop into this video right now. Okay, so the context is about to be all over the place, so you got to forgive me for that. Let's go ahead and get into this right now.
As I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. Is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times.
Dang.
4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
I told y'all.
I did.
I told y'all, man.
See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here and lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. He was so egregious, not now, then.
Ricky Smiley's not that funny either, guys. Come on, man. Let's get real. Katt Williams is hilarious.
He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract. He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
That's wild. That's a
Faison
lot.
said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
That's a fact.
And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Hey.
These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, do you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write.
Dang.
Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. I'm not just reading, I'm reading in multiple languages. Like,
How old are you?
I'm probably reading 3,000 books a year from the time that I'm 8 years old to the time that I'm 12. Jesus was my big homie. So you know how you get a story about a dude joined the gang and you get a big homie, right? Like, at this particular point in my life, my thought is that the Bible is the greatest book that's ever been written.
Okay.
That's real.
That it houses the truth, and that it gives you this story of Jesus, and that I'm supposed to be like him.
Okay.
That's real.
So I lived in Sacramento for 2 years until I get to the point where I am equally as funny if the room is black as I am if the room is white.
Because you have to understand, she is a female, and so you have to be careful. You have to handle her with kid gloves.
Sir. You want to go ahead and take that out? You don't want to be against equality, do you?
No.
What you just said was very unequal, sir.
Bruh, but
I think maybe
Hey, I'm sorry. The context is everywhere. So if you don't, this is a whole 3 hour. It's very condensed. So the context
you've
is
had
everywhere.
enough of this. Because I think I just heard you say
But
that women are not equal and should be treated unequally.
They want to be treated.
You mean as a comedian?
No.
My job is to be funny. My job is to be funny first. My first job is to be funny. My second job is to be respectful. My third job is to be immaculate and Gaza Strip it.
No.
That's non-political. I'm saying if you do
Gaza
it,
Strip.
you let a terrorist accidentally touch over here. And I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Wow. It'll literally be rubble on top of rubble and I'll still be bombing. Why? Because that's why you should mind your business.
Wow.
Most comedians don't get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackson who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, this guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the...
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think Michael Blackson is that funny either. He was like cringy funny. You know what I mean? He's not that funny.
Best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis. And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're gonna say that, you gotta go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody you gotta put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and then they hate me for it.
Dang.
And generally, I'm just too big to comment or make a statement about it or do a live or any of that. But when it gets to be a whole grouping of these guys, I gotta come and talk to Shannon.
That's real.
I gotta lay it down at the altar.
Stop.
You know every comedian.
This is the other side of Kirk
Stop.
Franklin praying.
No, don't do that.
This is
Don't
the
go there.
reckoning. 2024. The reckoning.
You watch that. You
He's
know.
wild.
Why?
Yes.
Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you would like.
What?
And I'm relentless. I'm out there. I'm still, to this day, I play 11 games of basketball with a 20-year-old. The record is 92-6. This is just in the yard, just to the rack, just because.
You work out, Cat? I mean, no, you
I
work
don't
out,
think he
Cat?
balling
Not
like
to
that.
the gym.
You don't work out in the gym? You push-ups, sit-ups?
My whole life it was just push-ups and sit-ups only. I would do like
He lying.
100 push-ups a day. Just
I thought you were going to say 1,000.
no, because this is literally every day.
Oh, Cat?
Nope.
God, come on, Cat.
I didn't remember it happened to you. Just said it. How can Cedric give you an award that was worth something? Everything Cedric and Ricky Smiley ever been in got canceled for not being funny.
Bro, he's not lying though.
Ricky sat here
I
and
mean,
told
even Barbershop wasn't even funny. Like, it was just a good movie, but it wasn't much comedy in it. Like, Cedric the Entertainer is not that funny. He isn't. He's
you that
lying.
they cut him out of every movie he did. They always had a reason. Like, I don't run into none of them. That's what I'm saying. If you a Faizon Love fan, you mean you've been a fan of him for 32 years, you still waiting on him to do his first special?
No.
You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
Dang.
I mean, Steve got a lot of other...
DL, as I stand before you, Shannon,
Okay, I had to put this in there twice. It was hilarious.
I would have bust Cedric's stomach.
Okay, so before we move on to Ice Cube, and I think Ludacris responded to him, I just want to say this. Look, if you are a Christian, you know God, pray for my man, Cat Williams, because he exposed a lot more people than I showed, and it was a lot more harsh. I had to cut out some things because it just wasn't, it didn't fit for my channel. He exposed a lot of people. Pray for this man for his protection.
What's cracking? It's your homie Ice Cube. Just wanted to address a few things. You know, everybody been checking out the internet. My man Cat Williams. You know, first of all, I just want to say, you know, we shot that movie over 20 years ago, so
It was a long time.
People have different perspectives, and it's been a long time. I also want to say, you know, every comedian that I've worked with, every comedian that I've put in a movie, I only put them in the movie because I thought they was funny. I thought they was perfect for the part. I tried to put them in a position to win. That's
Shout
what
out
it's
him.
all about,
Shout out Ice
you
Cube.
know. I don't, you know, I look at from, you know, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac and Mike Epps, Cat Williams, you know, Ricky Smiley, Michael Blackson, Cedric, Kevin Hart. You know, all these guys I know are funny as hell. You know, I didn't discover them. You know, they were doing their stand-up or doing their thing, and I knew that they were great and that they could act, and that, you know, if I have an opportunity, I was gonna give them an opportunity. You know, to me, that's what it's all about.
For sure.
You know, as far as, you know, specific things, you know, Cat was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple of things, you know, I just want to clarify. But when we saw him and, you know, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, you know, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, you know, Santa Claus.
Dang, so
which
he was right.
To me, the perfect casting.
Cat was
When
right.
we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Cat, you know, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike.
Facts.
And, you know, Cat, you know, said he wrote his role, which, I mean, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Cat was so dope in the movie. You know, Money Mike had a small role, you know, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we started filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role and giving him more to do because he was on point. You know, when we shoot these movies, you know, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, but once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, you know, play with the words, do their thing. You know, we give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. You know, sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. You know, when somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. It was never, I would never shoot a rape scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they not raunchy. You know, we did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but
That movie was
for the
wild.
most part,
I seen that when I was
even that,
younger.
we,
A lot younger.
We left it to your imagination. So the only reason that kind of stuff was in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus stealing presents. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating. Craig and Day Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, you know, a pimp that treats his woman, you know, like property. So Craig is always fighting the villains in the movie, you know, from the Joker brothers to Debo. And so we already had Craig fighting Santa Claus. And the only real way to get rid of the other two villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script, you know, it was never, we would never ever show that, you know, that's not my style if you look at any of my movies. So, you know, that was never a discussion, you know.
All right, let's check out what Ludacris had to say about this whole situation. I think he made a freestyle against Cat Williams. So let's just go ahead and check this out real quick. Let's see what he's saying.
Illuminati, only a Illuminati, and I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for likes. R.I.P. John Singleton. You never have to flex when you earn every one of your Fast and Furious checks. Afro with the sideburns, yeah, that's my signature. Addictions on the rise, comedians check your temperature.
Wow. Okay, now that we got all that out the way, I am going to give you my opinion on what I think is true and what I think could be happening with Cat Williams as well. One, I think a lot of what Cat Williams said is true. I think that the game is, we already know that the rap game is sideways. The movies is like, the entertainers are, man, they got a lot of crazy stuff going on. Even preachers nowadays, as we're seeing, a lot of crazy messes happening, man. When you get into the limelight, a certain amount of money, a certain amount of people that you get around, man, like your morals tend to get shifted. And so I think that's happened with a lot of people. I think that they also want to blackmail him because he keeps it real, just like with Dave Chappelle not wanting to do dress scenes. And they begged him to do a dress scene. No, he ended up going to Africa because of the situation. We've seen it happen before and before where celebrities refuse to move with the pace that they want, you know, the certain people want them to go, and they end up getting blackmailed, talking about looking crazy. Kanye West, even though Kanye West is kind of off the wall, they try to blackmail him and say he's crazy because he likes to bring the truth out. And so with that being said, I think that I believe that a lot of things Cat Williams is saying is true. And also there's videos coming up about him saying certain things, and the videos are actually confirming what he's saying. With that being said, though, I think that Cat Williams suffers from a lot of like torment. If you watch the whole thing, he talks about his life. He has had a rough upbringing, and he's been through a lot, man. And that can cause you to change. That can cause you to think differently, to act differently. And so I think he has a lot of torment. I think that he also, like he said, he believes in Jesus Christ, but he's also been in other religions. I don't think he has a full understanding of who God is, and I don't think he really follows Jesus Christ. And so I think that right there alone can cause you to have a skewed perspective on life and different things. And so, but ultimately, I think he's telling the truth about a lot of the stuff that he's saying. But like I said, regardless of all of that, pray for the man, because he said a lot in that interview. Like, it's a reason that thing went viral. He said a lot of stuff, and there might be some people that will want to come after him. Okay, for real. He even talked about, I can't even say the names, but he talked about a lot of people. But I encourage y'all to watch the full video if you want to get a real understanding of everything that happened. I just wanted to put this highlight together for those that have not watched it yet and wanted to see kind of what he was saying. So look, man, let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section, okay? If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, okay? Hit the post notification bell so you do not miss another video. All right, my name is Aaron Page. I'm going to catch y'all on the next video. Until next time, I'm out.